Hi everyone, my name is Sandra Geimer and I'm a teacher in the Vocational Event Management program here at William Anglis. Today I'm going to walk you through a styling masterclass in the event that you may want to organise a party. We love styling because it enhances the look of the room or the look of the venue. Our styling masterclass today is really more about 3 different place settings that I'm going to walk you through. If you're thinking of enrolling into our Diploma of Event Management course, you'll be delighted to know that we have an Anglis styling accessories room. Within this room we have various styling accessories that you can actually use within your teams that we have in our classes to style the events that you will be organising. In today's styling masterclass, I've put together 3 different options for you to consider. Obviously there's so many different options, but today I've just gone with these particular styles and themes for you, mainly because they're easy to put together and quite on trend at the moment. In this first option here, you can see that I've gone for a simplistic white look. I have a little bit of a pop of yellow here so that it actually gives it that vibrant look that you may want, even though that it's simplistic. So when we're actually putting together something like this, the first thing you need to consider is the actual table and the tablecloth at first. So obviously you can see here that I've gone for a white look. You can choose any different coloured tablecloth that you actually like. We have to start with the base first. Do you actually want height? How can we elevate it? There are so many different stands you can actually purchase today, which is fantastic. Today I've got a marble one here for you. You could actually go for a wooden look if you like, but because this particular theme here is simplistic white, I've chosen the marble one for you. So we started off with putting the stand up and then working out what is it that we want. So I have 2 different vases here, one so that I could use the longer stemmed flowers, and this terracotta vase here, which is actually quite lovely, which we have the little jonquils in it here to have a different height and give that different look for you. This setting here, this place setting, is actually quite formal. You don't need to do that, but I think in this setting it actually looks quite pretty here today with actually, you'll see we've finished it off with a white serviette. We have a combination of white with the gold metallic here, which also brings this whole place setting to life. So with option 1, you can see here that I've just purchased a few flowers. I've used this stand to elevate the look and make it pop, and obviously we've got a little bit of yellow here at the front. It's simple and easy and quick for you to do. The second styling option that I've prepared for you here today is an actual floral theme, as you can actually see. I really love this option because it has such a vast array of colours that really pop, especially with the fuchsia colour here. And you can see here that we've got a lot of different elements to bring it together. Once again, just like the previous option, we need to start off with the basics first. What are we going to put down as a tablecloth and what colour is it going to be? What type of style would you like? Do you want it to be formal? So here we've got a little bit of a semi-formal and we've mixed together some foliage. So what's good about this option is it's a relatively cheap option for you, or it can be. Because if you are on a tight budget, what you can do is actually rummage around in the garden, perhaps get some leaves off some trees, and really try your best to actually use what you actually have to save yourself a bit of money. The first thing that I've put down is a burlap runner, and in this runner you'll see some specks of gold. That's really lovely in the evening because when the light actually shines on it, it actually illuminates as well. I have also opted for a little bit of height here, not as high as the previous option, which is the simplistic white, but this one we've gone for a little bit of a rustic crate look. It's very easy to make if you'd like to save yourself a bit of money, or if you're wanting to go and purchase it at some thrifty stores that, you know, they aren't that expensive as well, perhaps to save yourself a bit of time. The foliage here can be just cut out of your garden, as I said earlier, and just cut them and place them around, and in between you can see here that I've placed a couple of candles and I've got some lovely candle holders in between here as well. You'll notice here that I've opted for a black plate with a different coloured napkin. So this dusty rose and this rose gold cutlery really ties in well with this colour palette because the fuchsia along with these colours really go really well together. This beautiful vintage jar here, which is an aubergine colour, is just really a little prop to give it a little bit of character and round off this look. The inspiration for this theme really started off for me with this actual dusky pink napkin. I really quite liked that tone of pink, and from there it just evolved from there. As you can see, the fuchsia fits in well, so does the aubergine jar, and then I thought a little bit of foliage to just bring that to life. The main thing to think about when you're actually putting together a floral theme is really your colour palette and what colours suit you and what it is that you're wanting for your party. So you can see here I've gone for the fuchsia look, mixed and infused with the dusty pink, and also with the green. Really looks lovely. I've actually gone for a little bit of height, not too high. I've decided to use two different styles here in terms of the jar and a vase with some fresh flowers, and you'll see that there's a fair bit of different colour here as well. The third and final option is my favourite. It's actually the natural or rustic look, if you like, and you can see here that I've tied quite a number of different textures to make this look beautiful. Let's have a look at some of the things that I've actually put together here. So starting off on the end here, we have this palm paddle which I've combined with the actual cotton stem, and that together looks beautiful. You'll see that I started off with an actual tree stump. Now, unless you've got a handy person around the house who's able to cut a piece for you, you may also need to purchase this. So unlike in the previous options where I've used stands, I've actually used the actual little logs here as plinths, if you like. In the vase, we have the dried out grass to give it that little bit of elevation. With the vase that I've used here, if you don't use a vase that's tall enough, you'll find if you're not careful, the whole thing will topple over. So make sure that you've got the height adjusted to the vase accordingly. And you'll see here at the front, I've used a different colour to the other two options, and we have that beautiful texture there in that placemat. And that napkin there, which is in a beige colour, is beautifully tied off with a little bit of a burlap string. You can purchase that anywhere or even find it around the house if you're a little bit handy. We can't forget the hero of the show here, which is actually the monster claw, tying this whole theme in with its beautiful rustic texture. So I chose this last design for you mainly because it's actually on trend. It's natural, has a lot of texture, and it ties in so elegantly. The best bit about it too is that if you're having another party, you could actually reuse some of these items should you choose to do so. I hope you've really enjoyed the 3 different types of options that I chose for you today: simplistic white, floral and rustic. Thanks for joining in our styling masterclass.